My name's Bobby.
You do say hey.
I do?
Yeah. You don't just
Do
go.
I say hi? Maybe I say
My
hi.
name's Bobby. Go. Hey, my name's Bobby.
Okay. Hi, my name's Bobby.
And I'm Tyler.
And this is the road to Gen Con. We are a couple of self-proclaimed nerds who have never been to a gaming convention before, as crazy as that sounds. So, we decided to take it upon ourselves to document our journey to one from start to finish.
And we figured there's got to be more people out there like us. So we're enlisting the help of you experienced con-goers to show us how it's done.
This is the second to last episode.
I know.
Before we actually make the journey. In fact, the next episode that comes out is literally coming out like a day or two before we travel to the convention. We've been planning for this for almost a year.
Yeah.
What did we talk about last month, Tyler?
We had our interview with Bob Volbrecht and Ray Regal, and they gave some awesome information about Shadowrun at Gen Con.
Yeah, it was really great talking to the people who are actually in there, in the trenches. It was really cool to get the insight of what we're supposed to expect, because I don't know about you, but I'm kind of like an anxious person, and and something like this is so different than anything I've done before.
Yeah, and it was really cool seeing just the amount of work that they've put into it. Talking about how much they've been doing stuff for over a year just for, Gen Con.
What's for this month? What are we doing?
Say it's all about planning. Just kind of the special things we need to take into consideration, and also, the most important thing, what snack choices to bring.
So over the months, we've gotten a lot of suggestions from people about packing and what to bring and just general tips and suggestions. Make sure you bring your own dice. Now, of course, you're going to be at a gaming convention, right? You might think that if you're sitting down at a planned event for a gaming, then they'd have dice there for you. But that's typically not the case, especially Shadowrun.
Right.
Because
it's a ton of dice.
Yeah, a ton of dice. Shadowrun takes a ton of dice. If they provided enough dice for everyone, well, that would be a sight to see.
Yeah, so also one thing you want to think about bringing are things you would bring to a game at your friend's house. So, you have your paper, pens, your notes, things that, just that you need to have to,
like
play and write down.
Scratch paper, things like
Right.
that. That's a really good point.
It's one of those things where you might not think about it, but once you get there and you don't have it, you aren't going to feel stupid.
I bet you they sell paper and pencils and stuff at the convention, but I bet you they price gouge the crap out of that stuff.
$10 per sheet.
So another thing to think about is preparing ahead of time to go to a convention. If you know games that you're going to be playing, have a character already prepared and made if you can manage it. So we talk a lot about Shadowrun. They have Shadowrun missions. We're signed up for a lot of Shadowrun missions that we're going to be playing. So we need to have a Shadowrun missions legal character already done and on a sheet and ready to go.
Yeah.
I think I'm actually going to have a couple of them after we talk to Ray and Bob.
Right.
It seemed like it might be a good idea just to be versatile when you sit down at the table and fill in gaps.
So next thing we want to talk about is we've actually mentioned it before, but those big, heavy books that you have that are great for when you're playing at your house are not so great when you're traveling a really long way and you're going to be walking around with a backpack all day. So keep your big, heavy books at home. Bring, your iPad, your laptop, even your phone. But there's some great resources that we know of. So one of them is drivethrurpg.com.
Right.
That's where you can, purchase and download electronic copies of all your favorite books. And I think for your iPhone, there's one called Fast PDF that you can download just, on your app right on your phone, and then you can search through that way.
Another piece of advice that I heard about that I am definitely going to listen to is that if you happen to be a sweaty person like I am, you might want to consider bringing some extra shirts and some deodorant to the convention itself, like on the convention floor in your backpack or something, because, you make it halfway through the day, you're walking around the convention, going in and outside, there's a bunch of people around, you might get hot and sweaty, and it's going to bring you down. It's going to you're going to feel gross. If you head over to the bathroom and you got a spare shirt, just switch it out, freshen up a little bit, and it'll make you feel so much better. It'll make you smell so much better, and other people will appreciate it too.
So now on to my favorite part of the video today, snacks.
Oh, yes.
I love snacks, and nobody loves snacks more than gamers. You don't want to be sitting at your table in the midst of your Shadowrun game and have to go find a napkin because your fingers are so messy. So
Not only that, you're going to mess up your character sheet.
Right.
You're going to have nasty orange goo all over the dice that you're throwing out there, and everybody else is going to,
Non-messy snacks are a must.
Absolutely. We have some awesome snacks that we are going to teach you guys how to make. I think we're going to go do that and show you guys the special snacks that you can cook up in your kitchen and bring to the convention with you. Nice and healthy. And
non-messy.
Let's roll the footage. All right, you are joining us now in the Complex Action Test Kitchen, where we make all of our culinary concoctions. I'm Bobby, Chef Bobby, and this is my sous chef,
Tyler.
We're gonna be here today to make a delectable treat to take with you to Gen Con or any convention really, and I'm gonna show you and everybody here how to make them. The basic idea behind complex bars, Tyler, is have you ever had a Rice Krispie treat?
Yeah, I have.
It's kind of like a Rice Krispie treat, but with a gamer twist, with all of your favorite gamer snacks involved. So every Rice Krispie treat starts with marshmallows. That's what binds it together. I'm gonna get you to help me out with this. So you take 3 tablespoons of butter, and it's about 10 ounces of marshmallows. It's about 40 of them. You take those and you just throw them up under medium-high heat on the stove, and we've got a hot pot going first. Let that melt up, throw it down. It's gonna take just a little bit, so let's go ahead and get that started. Let's turn that heat down a little bit. Probably shouldn't hear it. The marshmallows take a little bit to kind of fall down and turn into your binder, so you wanna get those marshmallows in. The Rice Krispies we have to replace with some gamer snacks. Doritos, Funyuns. We're gonna do about 3 cups of Doritos and 3 cups of Funyuns. We'll put those all into a big bowl. So we got our bowl, got our measuring cups. You're gonna wanna use separate cups for your separate things in order to avoid cross-contamination. Safety first, everybody. 1, 2, and 3. You just want to get in there with your hands. Make sure your hands are washed, of course, but you really just want to get up in there and just kind of go at it and crush them. Not too tiny. You don't want crumbs to where they're like in between something like a Cheerio and a Rice Krispie treat. So why don't you go ahead and do that? I'll get the next part going. Some of the best Rice Krispie treats are when you mix stuff in there, right?
Yeah, all the good stuff.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Minis. It's about a handful, maybe kind of a heaping handful, and just go ahead and throw it in there. And of course, while you're cooking, you gotta taste your food, right? We're gonna add a little contrasting flavor to our salty chips and Funyuns. We're gonna add a little bit of fruity citrus flavors. That's what the Skittles are for. Once again, you just go ahead and get in there, measure out like a heaping handful. That's about half a cup. So we go ahead and get our big kind of heaping handful of Skittles and right in there. And hey, might as well throw a little bit more in there for color, right? When you put those things together, you're gonna have little nooks and crannies and crevices that these larger pieces create. So why not fill them with some pop, some zing nerds candy? Why don't you go ahead and measure some out for me, Tyler? We're gonna mix all this up, get it all combined together. Take a look at that. Oh man, take a look at that. We're gonna get out our baking dish. These are all separate individual kind of components, right? But once you marry it with the heat of this melted marshmallow, they're gonna just kind of start kind of combining together, you know, getting in there, getting familiar with each other, getting comfortable, making those flavors come out and kind of meld together and pop. You gotta be real careful, okay? This stuff's kind of hot, gets a little sticky. Looking delicious. Oh, it looks absolutely magnificent. So you just get in there and you stir, and you're gonna start to see that chocolate kind of come together, melt down. One of my favorite things growing up was making Rice Krispie treats. I would do that with my mom. They were just such an easy go-to, inexpensive treat that it just made my day. It's such a nostalgic kind of thing, you know. Again, this is my gamer table take on that childhood classic. Then we're just gonna take it, get it right there into your baking dish.
Oh, that looks scrumptious.
Amazing. You might want to go buttering your dish before you put it in there. I didn't do that because I don't have a lot of trouble with this dish, but use some baking spray or some butter, rub it all along the dish, and you'll be good to go. Here, I want you guys to take a look at that. Take a look at that. As that's cooling, we're gonna prepare a drizzle on top. What do you think it is?
Chocolate.
Gummy bears. I call it a gummy ganache.
Ooh,
Right?
fancy.
We do have to give a little bit of a warning. This part is a little bit dangerous. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take the gummy bears and melt them down in the microwave. And the thing about gummy bears is, if it gets on you, it's really hard to get off. It just wants to bind up with your skin. And you don't wanna brush it off too fast because
It just spreads. It's bad.
Yeah.
Just trust me.
it'll spread and then you'll start pulling skin off and hair. Ugh. Fill it up as much as you want, it doesn't have to be all the way full. You're just gonna drizzle it over the top. Hit it in the microwave for 30 seconds and then check on it. And keep doing it for 30-second blasts after that until it's nice and melted down. A little gummy bear goop. Injure yourself and just let it go over the top like this. Just drizzle over the top. Sometimes you're gonna see little not quite melted gummy bear chunks fall out there. That's great. That's a nugget of goodness that you're gonna find. There, that's what you got. You got your gummy ganache on top,
Oh man.
and voila. It's beautiful. You just let this cool for a little bit so that gummy ganache kind of hardens up, binds up, and then you just cut into it and
Enjoy.
absolutely. So thank you for joining us. I hope you guys enjoy these gamer snacks. I think that we're gonna make sure that we bring some of these with us to Gen Con.
Oh, definitely.
And some of you lucky people who are at Gen Con who find us will just find us. We'll give you some of gamer gold nuggets. All right, there you have it. Those were the complex bars, complex chewy bars. There's one ingredient that we did not put in there, which is like a quintessential gamer ingredient, gamer snack, gamer fuel.
What is it?
Mountain Dew. I got some right here to make up for it. Diet Mountain Dew, of course, because we're trying to keep these snacks healthy. And it's a healthy snack. Don't ruin it with the tons of sugar. I really am very thirsty. So, Tyler, what are we talking about next month?
Well, we don't know.
That's exactly right. We don't know yet. We had everything planned up until this show, and we figured the last show, before we actually jump out to the convention, we would leave that open, and by the time we got there, maybe we would have an idea. But we, being the lazy people that we are, we haven't come up with anything yet. So I think here's what we do. We ask the viewers to tell us what they want us to do a show about.
We're totally not making you do this because we're lazy.
So anything you want us to do a show about, give us some ideas. Well, anything else, Tyler?
Nope, I don't think so.
I'm excited.
I'm gonna go eat some more snacks.
Well, from all of us here at Complex Action, from me, Bobby,
And me, Tyler.
bye-bye. I'll tell you what is healthy about those snacks. After you eat one tiny little bit of it, it really makes you, it inspires you to go and exercise.